Property management software. There are hundreds of property management softwares on the market today. Wouldn't it be great if we could all have a magic wand that could poof the perfect management software onto our computers? Then we wouldn't have to spend hours upon hours of research, watching tutorials and reading testimonies. The great news is, I've done this research for you already. I've spent hours upon hours of time researching, hunting down the perfect management software. These two companies that I narrowed it down to are Appfolio and Property Boulevard. Let's start with Appfolio. Appfolio promises to be one of the easiest to use software programs out there for property managers. Some of their program features include online marketing and leasing, professional websites that you can build and manage, vacancy advertising, online rental applications, built-in resident screening, online lease agreements, mobile apps that you can access your software through your phone or iPad, work orders and owner statements, collecting rent online, rent comparison to other rentals in the market, ratio utility billing, customized reports, bank reconciliation, owner payments, budgets, managing rentables like shop vacs or washers and dryers or snow blowers or lawn mowers. They have a system that will manage those. Customized reports. You could print your own checks, unlimited amount of users, and commercial property capability. So they have some program features that are just for commercial properties as well. Let's talk support and training. Now, they're supposed to be the easiest to use, but if you find yourself not being able to use it, they do offer training and support at no additional cost. They have a service that migrates your current information over into their system, so that makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to. And it's web-based. It's all over the internet. They save your information. They secure your information. They are said to be one of the strictest security networks for that they have for their software. Let's talk price. All of these features have to come with a price. They charge $1 per month per unit, plus an onboarding fee of $200 minimum. The question being if you have 2,000 units or 200 units. This price could work for you if you had a small amount of properties to manage. They don't charge for additional additional users, but they do charge additional costs for screening the residents and a contact center that you can have for 24/7 contact for your tenants if there's an emergency or anything and you're not available or you don't want to be available. They have that. Let's talk pros and cons. Their pros, they have website design and management. You don't have to worry about doing that on your own. They have online marketing, one place that you enter the information in and it populates over many different sites. Tenants can pay rent online. They can sign their new leases. They can apply online. Owners can log in and see what their account's doing. It's all web-based. Mobile access, you get to look at your smartphone or tablet and see what's going on. They do offer additional costs, the 24/7 property management answering service, and they have free training and support. Now the cons, they don't have additional accounting software for internal company operations, so you couldn't manage your corporate account from this software. You must have internet access to access the software. It's cost billed per unit, which is a downside if you have a large amount of units. You have to rely heavily on them to secure this information. You don't have your own backup system, so if their site crashes, it could be a big problem for you. They have extra charges for the answering service, but the answering service is a pro too. You cannot currently do a CAM reconciliation for commercial properties. They are working on that though. And it's all accrual basis. They don't have a cash basis program in this software. Now let's talk about Property Boulevard. They have an extensive amount of features. They consider themselves a brand new concept in property management software. You can create reoccurring charges, automated rent increases, automated late fees, CAM charges and reconciliation, so they have the commercial part of the software in there already in place, security deposit and refund management, portal for online payments, write-offs and discounts, automated recurring charges, apply management fees automatically, payments to owners, you can create your own checks. It has e-banking, direct deposits, account reserves, they put a reserve on your owner's accounts, property financial statements, budgeting, fixed asset management, journal entries, payroll capabilities. This is huge. You can operate your corporate account from this software. They have multiple bank accounts you can have on the software, bank reconciliations, you can create your own deposit slips, individual unit features, tenant management, you can generate legal notices like evictions or lease violations, vendor database, inventory, work orders, manage your maintenance team from it, purchase orders, security control visibility for users, you can have low-end employees have lower access, external documents, attachments, you can put pictures in there, tools, equipment tracking. Now let's talk about support and training. They, of course, do the migration like AppFolio, where they can put your current system into theirs. You have access to online help. They have tons of tutorial videos you can watch. Automatic software updates, you never have to update it. They do it for you. You can work online and offline, which is important if the internet goes down. GoToMeeting, it's a virtual meeting online. Its first hour is free. The price is a little bit different. They charge per user, so you would have to put a limit on your users if you wanted to. It's $150 for the first user and $50 for additional users. No limit on the number of units you have. You're not charged per unit. Let's talk pros and cons. Pros to AppFolio: the account software and property software are combined. You can operate your corporate and your property management on the same software. Price based on number of users instead of properties. You can work online and offline. You can run accrual and cash basis simultaneously. Extensive financial statements, ePay accepted through portals with third parties. You can print your own checks and deposit slips. It's got custom security, payroll capabilities, which you can put hours onto other properties, federal and state financial reporting, customizable reports and legal notices. The cons: limited marketing capabilities. This is not for marketing. You'd have to do your your website development, all of that, not through this program or company. Online payments can only be made through third-party vendors. No access to tenant screening or an answering service. Training and support is additional cost after 1 hour, and they don't have a mobile app access at this point. Conclusion: you have all heard the features of support, training, cost, both softwares. I'm sure it's crossed your mind during this presentation which features would work for you and which wouldn't. AppFolio seems to be limitless property management software, with Property Boulevard being an accounting software and property management software. You can utilize your whole company's accounting with this software. Now the question is, does your company need additional accounting software, or does it simply just need a property management software? Once you determine what kind of buyer you are, then you will be able to appropriately see the pros and cons of each of the softwares. For instance, Property Boulevard gives you unlimited properties and only charges by the user, but AppFolio charges per unit with limitless users. Do you have 2,000 properties or do you have 200? The key question in picking which one is right for you is, what do you want from your software?